twitch.tv/Poke the Gaming Panda, where are the number one my general manager mode, universe mode, EFED out there with the Panda Wrestling Federation. We have 3 different brands that are constantly competing for the love of all of its fans, of course, under one name, Panda Wrestling Federation. The 3 different brands are Omega Wrestling, Galaxy Wrestling, and Stomping Grounds. Stomping Grounds is basically the NXT of this company. And this coming up Sunday is our first pay-per-view, Summerslam.
Oh, wow. I got to get this episode up quick then so we can watch it before the event starts.
You got a day and a half.
Do you want to just go through the big matches, all of them? Up to you. I don't know how much time you have.
Did you only have like 10 or so matches, I think? Or...
I have 13.
Hey, AEW style, you know. Totally constant.
Tell me there's no scrum.
No scrum. Huh?
No scrum. No scrum after.
Yeah, no scrum afterwards.
Oh no, I don't have that. I don't know what those are.
It's like those. It's basically when you eat muffins angrily on TV and ruin your company.
You call them press conferences, but nowadays you internet kids, you got to get fucking fancy with everything.
Yeah. So just kind of go through them real quick, man, and name them off, and we'll see what we think. Did Poke get poked? Hello?
Give me 1 second.
All right.
Gave you 5 already.
We're not here to
be
easy on the ice for you, Poke.
All right, so our first match of the night.
Podcast. We know that we're not as bangable as the people you might have been on other podcasts, but you know.
Damn. So darn. You're just like that 1.5 off, you know. All right, so match 1 is Isaiah Swerve Scott, which has a 2-win, 1-loss record versus Kevin Owens, which is 2 wins, 2 losses for the Intercontinental Championship.
I mean, for name recognition, I'm gonna go with Owens. I'm not sure. I'm not familiar with that first guy. Is he also in WWE or some other company? Because I'm not familiar with any of the more newer people that
he is one of the newer up and coming very agile wrestlers. He's not like Rey Mysterio or anything like that, but he's quite agile.
I'll give it to Kevin Owens. Spike.
I would actually, given the way you described the other competitor, I would go with him because he's more agile and everything. Kevin Owens, he's okay, but you said not like Rey Mysterio, and I kind of sort of like Rey Mysterio. So.
Okay, so that's 1-1. Johnny?
Okay, well, I guess I'll pop in here. As much as interesting as the Swerve guy sounds, you know, I've followed Kevin Owens' career since he was Kevin Steen back in Ring of Honor. And if there's one thing I've learned that he does with a lot of high flyers and luchadors, he will focus on a joint and just wear it out to the point that they can't get on a turnbuckle, they can't do a flip, they can barely do anything. So if Swerve is that style of character, then that's something he's going to have to watch out for. So I'm going to have to go with Kevin Owens because the moment he gets on his leg, it's pretty much game over.
Makes sense. Johnny, what do you think? Johnny, what do you think? You got to cover for me. I'm busy.
Johnny,
okay. Not a bad thing.
Choose your character.
I'm sorry. Can you repeat again? Who were the?
They are certainly. It is Isaiah Swerve Scott and Kevin Owens, the current Intercontinental Champion.
I think Swerve would be interesting to win this match.
There we go.
I'm going to say
My-
Kevin Owens. I'm going to say Kevin Owens because he's fat. Next question.
Hashtag fat wrestlers need love.
There it is.
I'm personally, by the way, these are all AI controlled, so I don't determine who wins these matches. It is completely computerized. You can actually see the matches play out. But no, my vote personally is for Isaiah Swerve Scott. I absolutely love how agile he is in the ring, and his finisher is he basically throws you on the ground, slides in front of you, and then drop kicks you in the face, which I think is beautiful.
Oh.
Now, one thing I also want to notice for fans who just can't get enough of Mark Rodriguez, I will be trying to do guest commentary on the Twitch streams. Don't miss that. It'll be poking me doing all the commentary and stuff, and I'll try not to JR the thing, you know.
I'll try not to JR.
What a slobber knocker!
Is this the same computer program? I have to ask. Is this the same computer program that the Aftermags used to use back in the 90s for their computer tournament?
No. So, are you familiar with WWE the game?
No. I'm talking about like back in the day in the 90s. There was the publisher of Pro Wrestling Illustrated. I'm explaining the fucking joke now. They used to have every year. They used to run an article to sell magazines where they would claim that they took like the top 16 WWF and WCW wrestlers in the world and they put them into a computer and ran a simulation to see who would win and really be the best.
That's actually pretty cool.
Yeah, it was.
I get the joke now, but that's pretty cool.
They were fun magazines. I bought them. I was a huge mark. You know, you'd get interesting things like they would have Kevin Nash fight Mankind, for example. I'm just pulling one out of the air and be like, so who would win that kind of shit? But yeah,
Oh, that's pretty cool.
it was. I doubt it was a real computer. Something tells me it wasn't. But
It was just Adam West popping into the back computer. You know.
considering it was 1993, I want to say it probably wasn't. Just a hunch.
I'm sorry, just imagine a dot matrix printer just printing out the results
Right.
of everything.
They claim.
Holy match results, Batman!
They claimed it was something like that, or I don't know. It was weird. I don't know if it was supposed to be like a punch card system or what, but they're like, we input thousands of stats and finishing moves and everything. And in my head, I'm like, you guys were probably playing fucking Super Nintendo.
The winner was always going to be Hulk Hogan because it's Hulk Hogan. He'll just come in there and just hijack the show.
He usually made it to the finals. I think he only won the first one in 1991. I think he won that one against Sting, and I think he usually made it to the finals, but didn't.
Dang, come on.
It was 1991.
Yeah.
But
You
yeah,
didn't have,
yeah. when
I'm
you
sorry. No, Sting would win. But
No,
that's just
come on, Power Hulkamania. But no, when the gentleman said that this was like an AI controlled computer thing, that was the first thing I thought of was those fucking Aftermags.
What's the next match, Pope?
Match number 2 is a simple triple threat match between Randy Orton, Batista, and Big E.
Serious Big E or like New Day Big E?
New Day Big E.
I mean,
Randy
Big E
Orton,
does have the
Big E,
advantage. He can throw fucking flapjacks at their faces and shit.
Well, you said Big E, Randy Orton, and
Batista.
Batista.
Well, Batista can always whip out the big knives, you know, like, or he can stay real still so they can't see him. I'll give it to Orton. I'll just say Randy Orton for now, because
I was say, let me add a little kink to this. One of those characters, Randy Orton, is actually controlled by a person, and he asked for this match in SummerSlam. He thought he could take both of these guys.
well, I mean, it also depends on how high the AI level is. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
just like 420 mode FNAF. You know, like everything like all up on your ass. Like, I'll give it. You see, before you said that, you know, I mean, I'll give it to Randy Orton. I also give it to a human player any day.
I was going to go with Orton for this one. No real reason. I'm just going with Orton because of Batista and New Day Biggie.
Johnny?
Yeah, I think Randy Orton.
Anything else?
William White, are you eating angry muffins over there?
No, I'm actually eating spaghetti right now, but anyway.
That's fucked up. I fucking had spaghetti before we started this, and I finished my muffin. I'm also having spaghetti.
I'm still eating on my beef dish I got from the Chinese takeout place from the place that still gives me discounts as a friend and family, even though my friend doesn't work there anymore.
Mad jelly.
But yeah, I'm gonna go with Batista on this one. I was first gonna go with Randy Orton. Then you said it was actually going to be someone actually playing it. So depending on the level and the severity of the AI, I'm going to have to go with Batista on this one.
And I'm going to go with Randy Orton because Batista's bald. Oh, and also...
I'm loving you, Rikki. Oh, my God. I'm loving you right now. That is awesome.
Hey. You respect Rikki now when he is not here to be easy and nice for you, okay?
I'm not. It's not my fault I'm not as bangable as other hosts like Johnny Rodriguez.
Preach it!
Peace. But I forgot to say also, in addition to being bald, he's also got that weird Ken doll thing going on. I don't think that helps him. That suggests to me that... I don't know. It bothers me. So he's I'm gonna say Randy Orton, RKO out of nowhere. Because Batista's bald and he's Ken dolled, and I don't know how he ever got Melina with what but that's a whole other thing. What time is it over there? It's 4:20 where I'm at. I don't know what time it is where you're at. So I'm gonna go with that's what I'm gonna go with too. Orton, I know for a fact that he smokes pot with Matt Riddle, so I know he's going to go into the match feeling good. So that's going to take him to another level. Randy Orton, for those reasons, that's my answer for that.
There we go.
These are the right conversations.
Yeah.
All right. Next match is going to be my fiance's character. She's not controlling it. Again, it's all AI. Named the Crazy Kitten, who basically think of like a Beth Phoenix Batista mix with like powerhouse moves versus Kaylee Ray in an Iron Man match. 10 minutes long.
It's good. It's a good thing you explained that because I was literally thinking of Batista and Beth Phoenix's outfit and that just wasn't working right with me.
I mean, will you boot us from your Twitch thing if we go against your fiance's character? I mean,
No. My vote is for her. Kaylee Ray has had, I believe, 2 matches, and she's won once and lost once. My fiance's character has had 5 matches, and she's won most of her matches. So I'm going for her character just for the fact of she already has more wins than Kaylee Ray does.
Well, you know what? I'm going with Kaylee Ray just for that reason. Underdog.
Yeah. I'll go with the fiance character.
The Crazy Kitten.
Yeah, the Crazy Kitten. Donnie?
I'm sorry, but you know, I'm just picturing Batista dressed like Beth Phoenix is just.
I'll put it this way: her hair is neon pink, and she comes out in like this almost like Wonder Woman-esque skin that's literally glowing pink.
So
she has the advantage because she'll be blinding Kaylee Ray, right?
I was going to say, you guys are talking about Batista dressed like Beth Phoenix. I'd rather see Beth Phoenix dressed like Batista.
Why? Because Batista has the Ken thing going on?
Well, because Batista doesn't wear a top.
Oh, God.
I mean,
just for his trunks. So,
I mean, we're just talking, right?
Yeah.
Johnny, who's your pick for this one?
What was one of the characters? The Crazy Kitten?
The Crazy Kitten.
Okay, we'll just vote for that and just see what the hell happens in that crazy match.
He's the best. This fucking guy.
I love it. I love it.
Well, when there's enough 420 in the room, everything Johnny says is fun.
That is the 420 match right there.
Panda.
Yeah, well, considering, that's pretty much the nickname of my ex-girlfriend as well, so I'm going to have to go with the Crazy Kitten.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that use like kitten nicknames. It's odd.
Very important question.
But not a lot of them use Crazy.
For the Crazy Kitten.
No, some just are.
Are there? Is this an ears and tails situation? This is important.
No. Like if you're asking if the character comes out with an ears and tails, no. But that that might be a good addition.
That would be a great addition. I'm disappointed now.
Neko Mimi. That's a new word for you. Rikki, there's a new word for you. Neko Mimi.
I'll look into that one. But yeah, like first of all, from a marketing perspective, right now you can sell gimmicks. 'Cause I make more money at the merch table when I wrestle than I do in the ring every time. Last I wrestled 2 weeks ago, I made 5 times my money at the table than I did in the fucking ring, and that was the main event. So I'm thinking with a character like that, you gotta have the fucking ears and tail going on, because then you could sell the fucking ears and shit, and you work on that, your presentation, your persona. That's everything in wrestling. It's all about aesthetics. So I'm tempted now to vote the other way, but because I like the name, I think there's money in the name. I think there's potential for a character. I can't even make jokes about this shit. This is serious business. So yeah, I'll put her over for this one for the sake of it. Because I like to see new things, interesting characters come into promotion and shake things up. And there's definitely the name is money. I like that a lot. So I think the presentation maybe could use a little improvement. Work on that. But yeah, I'll put her over for this one. Why not?
Yeah, see, cat ears are very cute. Like my hoodie ears.
I'm talking about
Now I'm gonna have nightmares of Batista in a Neko suit. Thank you. Which, considering his facial features and his beard, he would look just like Panthro from Thundercats. Thank you for that one. That really effed me up.
I mean, that's not where my mind went.
This is from Japan, by the way. Harajuku.
Nice.
Nice.
Not the color I wanted, but that's all they had.
These
Wanted the purple one.
situations are good because you guys think of stuff I would never think of.
So that was our warm-up category. Now we're going to move over to our tag team category, which is only 2 matches. The first of which being the Street Profits, which, if you don't know who the new version is, the old version was JTG and Shad, Crime Time. This is basically like the new version of them called the Street Profits. They're different people, but basically the same gimmick. Versus the Usos in a tag team elimination match.
Now that depends. Will Jay be in there, or will he still be dealing with DUIs?
Oh,
So that's a big factor. It could be a handicap match.
I'll have to check with the parole officer.
I'll give it to Street Profits so they could have more stuff. The Usos have been around since forever, so let's give it to the Street Profits.
I don't know who to choose for this one. You know what? Come back to me in about a minute or 2.
Are you looking for the cup or something, like the little cup they always carry around?
Huh? Yeah, I'm looking for something else.
Johnny, what do you got in the meantime? Who do you got between these two?
Talking to me?
Yes, you. The other Johnny. Yes, you. Johnny Bravo.
I don't know, the Street Profits.
Why? Why the Street Profits? Explain your answer.
Just cause.
Hey, if that
All
works
right.
for Tony Khan, right?
I was trying to find a coin. I'm tossing a coin, but this is all I could find of the 50 yen coin. So, heads for the Usos, tails for modern day crime time. Let's see.
I was tempted to fucking do that same thing.
And I got tail. What did I say again?
Wow. Wow.
Are you sure you're also not 420 in over there, Wendy?
Hey. Oh wait. Oh, fake crime, new crime time. That's what I'm choosing because I got tails. That's it. Heads for the Usos, tails for the other one.
Street
Got it.
Profit.
Street Profit, sorry. Did you say crime?
Panda, who's your pick, brother?
All right, I'm gonna go with the Street Profits. The Usos are gonna lose by a DUI. I mean DQ. What? Too soon? Too soon? I'm just...
not so
Not
much
soon
too
enough.
soon, just too many times, right? Like,
Not
Well,
soon enough.
I was gonna say it's almost worn out now, but it's still relevant. My pick is the Usos because they're too drunk to feel pain. That's a significant advantage.
I like that.
You're not wrong.
I've been in many a drunken fight. When you're not feeling it, it's a lot easier. So, and they definitely have the experience edge in that category.
oh God, yeah.
Next question, sir.
Alrighty, so this is also a tag team. So some of these do have a story with one. This one is John Morrison and The Miz versus The New Day in a Hell in a Cell match for the Galactic Tag Team Championships. However, The New Day, which is Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston currently, said if they lose this match, they said they will be joining the trios competitions with Big E if they lose. And Big E wants them to lose so they can enter trios competitions.
In other words, there's the potential of Big E like coming in somewhere and screwing them over.
Right.
Well, I mean, if this was WWE booking, I would say, yeah, Big E would come in and screw them over so they could have the trios match. Because if the Miz and them win, then nothing really happens, right? It's always like the most exciting result. And of course, Miz, Morrison,
I was want to go with
Now Maurice, though, that's a different story. But
I was going to go with New Day for that one only because you mentioned the story there and it actually would make things a little interesting.
I don't know. I'd have to go with Miz and Morrison only due to the fact of we know how Xavier and Kofi are. If there was a chance for them to skip brands right now to get back with Big E and reform the entire team, they'd do it. So if that means they had to take an L just for this and literally be able to come as a trio and get an even bigger reward down the line, then yeah, they'd go for it. So yeah.
Wait. Now I have a quick question again with going back to that. So wait, do they want to get back with Big E or is it more like...
Right now, they're the champions, so they're making it seem like they don't want to,
but
because they're the champions. They have gold. But if they get with Big E, they can get technically what's considered in the business a better title, one that's higher up on the chain.
I think you know what? I think I would like it better if I would like the story better if it turns out they really don't want to, but Big E forces them into it and then they go for it. And I don't know, a little messy there. Thinking about going back with Miz and Morrison. I don't know.
Well,
I just want more conflict or something. Because if they really want it, that's kind of no fun either. I was thinking along the lines of they want to do their match, but they don't really want the stipulation where if they lose, they have to get back with Big E. I think that would be more interesting.
Yeah, well, my thing is kind of the other way around. Like, they actually want to get back with Big E, and they know that further ahead there's going to be a bigger prize down the road, which will actually be a triple tag team. I mean,
Yeah.
a triple tag team belt. So it's pretty much, yeah, sure, they have a minor loss in a tag team, but further down the line, they pretty much win everything back. So, yeah, I think Miz and Morrison get the win on this one.
Yeah, I'm
John,
switching.
John, you're switching.
Yeah, I'm switching. I'm going back to yeah. No New Day for me.
Johnny,
Okay, so for this match, I'm not really a big fan of none of these wrestlers, to be honest, but I guess The Miz, I mean, he's definitely a little bit way more talented compared to the New Day, I guess. So, yeah, I'll just go with that.
This is awesome.
I was waiting for someone to say it.
Word to the wise: never. Whenever you tell your significant other, when my hand goes up, your mouth goes shut. Make sure they know they're joking.
what the fuck are you talking about? You're joking. What the fuck are you talking about? You're joking. Now, you know what? I was going to make a horrible joke there, but never mind. That'd be too far.
No, man, I want to hear it. You know, LA hearing these jokes, man. Y'all
No, 'cause it
entertaining
was
me.
about him and his fucking... I was just going to say... All right, so I was going to say I know why he was alone. That's,
Oh,
Oh, I'm sorry. It's just when I start cutting these fucking promos, I get into character, and this is the shit that happens.
Do you know one time one of my coworkers asked me if I ever smack her around? I'm like, no, what the hell? Where'd you get that from? Oh, no, like Hispanic people, and and I'm like, no, dude, what the fuck?
Dark.
Well, some people are into that kind of stuff.
Well, I'm sure she was meaning it like not into that kind of stuff, but no. There was
messed
no
up,
what do you call it, domestic abuse here.
No, I just thought he meant that was like a signal, like sign language, like like fucking Ralph Brandon would be like, he would do that. That's what but anyway.
Yeah. Back then we were real big in WWE before it got, I guess, stupider. We would copy all the promos, the intros, the poses, all the things because we were crazy. But anyways,
Jesus, the Undertaker walking here because it got dark real fast.
That's my fucking boss used to say that whenever we had to go to fucking Newark. It's fucked up. But anyway, fucking for this match, I'm gonna say The Miz and John Morrison because John Morrison was really good as Casey Jones in that YouTube Ninja Turtles thing.
Oh yeah, that's right. That was him.
So that's my pick, and that's why. See, you always have to have a reason, Mr. Electricity, because it just textures your answer, even if it's a fucking insane reason, but it just adds to your character. So that's my answer, and that's my reason. Next question, sir.
Next question is a triple threat tables, ladders, and chairs match for the Women's Intercontinental Championship. And it is Paige versus Nikki, almost a superhero, versus the current title holder, Sasha Banks.
Favoritism aside, I'll probably give it to Paige, especially if it's prime Paige, like fresh off of NXT.
Yeah, it's old school Paige.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was about to say,
Then I'm gonna go
is this
Paige.
fresh off of NXT or fresh off her neck?
Oh, stop.
Yeah, I was gonna ask the same thing.
Oh,
Fresh
God.
Fucking
Oh,
lip,
The Undertaker is walking around here.
fresh
I
off
like
the
that.
fucking lip injections.
Mm.
Who
I'm
said
gonna
that?
go with I'm gonna go with Paige. I'm going with Paige for this one, only because I was gonna ask the same thing, like which era of Paige, injury Paige or pre-injury Paige. So I'm going with Paige.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with old school, angry, loud, screaming Paige. So yeah, definitely go for that one.
Yeah, and my second choice would be Nikki. No, I wouldn't. I don't know. I don't care for Nikki or Sasha. I really don't care for Sasha. I mean, I never did. Don't hurt through a table. I wouldn't care. I mean, I still like her. It doesn't have to give way. Just throw her through a table and I'll be happy.
Johnny?
Yeah, I would have to go with you guys. It's gonna be Paige and most likely like the old school Paige before she got weird or whatever the case might be. But yeah, because
We
again,
slapped around by Alberto Del Rio Page.
Oh God. Oh my God.
yeah, because again, Nikki Bella. I mean, I'm not a fan of.
No, not
hers.
Nikki Bella. It's Nikki Woods is your last name? The crazy one that announced a superhero. I don't think you got to see too much of her back then. She was part of, it was what they call it, Insanity or something like that.
Yeah, with Eric Young and them.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm gonna go with Paige, the old school Paige.
What does the retro rocker say?
Did Panda go yet?
Yeah, I already said mine.
I'm gonna go with Sasha Banks because if she doesn't get her way, she's gonna leave.
Oh.
Please do.
Oh,
Yay!
man.
That is an excellent reason to pick Sasha Banks. I respect that answer so much.
She's
I
just
mean, dude, I know this is on a game system, but if the card automatically changes up and says to be announced where Sasha Banks' name is, you know what happened.
Oh,
That's one hell of an accurate game.
the AI is trolling.
If Paige wasn't in this match, I was gonna go with Sasha Banks, but you know it's old school Paige, and she has all her old school moves, so my vote is obviously for Paige. Match 7. This is an interesting match. It's the Nightmare, which doesn't actually exist as a wrestler, so let me give you a little bit of a backstory. Undertaker got in a fight with Bray Wyatt, long story short, in this universe. And Undertaker couldn't take Bray Wyatt by himself, so he calls in his brother Kane. Bray then realizes it's 2-on-1, decides to bring his own demonic partner with him called the Nightmare. That is who is fighting in this competition. They decided to book the Nightmare. However, they didn't have a match for him. In fact, they forgot to book him a match. So, first person that walked through the back doors that night is who they booked him in with the match. His opponent is Timothy Thatcher in a Falls Count Anywhere match.
I mean, so does
Timmy sounds
Nightmare,
right screwed.
does Nightmare kind of wrestle like Bray Wyatt or anything you could kind of give us a reference to?
Yeah, Bray Wyatt, Undertaker, Kane, that kind of moveset. He does have an explosiveness like Brock Lesnar, though.
But he's not going to suplex everybody for like 30 minutes.
No, he doesn't have suplex. No, he's not Suplex City, though.
I mean, I guess if you combine Undertaker, it's got to be Kane and Bray Wyatt. Then yeah, then the other guy's screwed. I'll go for Nightmare then.
Yeah, let's see, you've got Undertaker, Kane, Bray Wyatt, and you've got the explosive speed of Brock Lesnar. Yeah, little Timmy's might right screwed. I'm gonna have to go with Nightmare.
Now, is this
go hide
Nightmare
the well and call for
NXT?
Lassie.
Is this Nightmare at NXT or Nightmare when he goes to the main roster? They just call him Mare. Like,
He's actually on the main roster right now.
so he's nerfed. I guess.
Yeah. It's not the Nightmare. It's just Nightmare.
Yeah, I know. I'm just playing.
Okay, well, if that's the
He was
case,
probably
he's on the
called like Vermilion's Nightmare on NXT. Now he's just called Nightmare.
Nightmare.
main-
Yeah.
Okay, so you said he's already on the main roster, right? Which
Yes.
means, like you said, like you're saying, he probably want to get like sanitized and screwed over.
I
Which
just don't
means-
get it. I don't get it. It's not good shit.
Yeah,
It's
pretty
not
much.
good.
So yeah, he's screwed. He
Yeah.
loses.
Timmy
That's all
better
I
go
gotta
hide in
say.
the well and wait for Lashley to come back. Okay? Like, he's done.
Well, if he was like NXT, I'd be like, okay, he has a chance. But he's on the main roster, you know, and that means he's going to lose. To put Kane and Undertaker over because it's Kane and Undertaker. And they don't need it. So there you go.
What do you got, Johnny?
I'm gonna go for the Nightmare because I think that the only thing missing to make the Nightmare character even more perfect if he also has the if he's also able to do Akuma's Ragey Demon as a surprise attack in that match. Oof.
Well, I'm gonna say Nightmare because in a situation like that, the guy with the gimmick name is gonna go over. You know, unless he's like wearing a fucking like black sock on his head as a mask, like some 1985.
Oh, that'd be horrible.
There were guys who had those kind of gimmick names who were job guys, but the way you described it, where he's like a big, fast dude, you know, if he's got the gimmick name, he's going over, brother. Like, you don't give a guy a name like that. You don't give a guy a name like that to have him job to somebody with a, you know, regular name. It's just.
Oh, I mean, we did have someone with the super epic name of the Shockmaster, and we know how that worked out.
That could have worked. The name is good. It could have worked, you know. It's like.
Yeah, too bad he couldn't take out the wall, you know?
If he had basically just, like, if he'd have kind of mimicked the Earthquake gimmick, like Shockmaster, like Shockwave, you know, which I think was sort of supposed to be subtly intended. But it was like, you hear the name, it's like, oh, that's a cool name. But everything else is bad. It wasn't the name's fault it didn't get over.
I forgot.
We were more or less shocked he couldn't take out the wall.
Did you actually get a match, or was that wall injury thing so bad they're like, yeah, let's scrap it?
No, he hung around for about a year, but what it was like, by the time it got to the pay-per-view, he was just a guy in jeans and a hard hat, like a construction worker. So, like, it was like the shock of, I guess, like heavy equipment or whatever.
Well, you know what they say, you only get one first impression.
Well, I mean, it was better than the flamboyant, bejeweled stormtrooper helmet.
Yeah, that went away immediately, but he stuck around for like a year, and he ended up basically just doing jobs for most of it, and then they got rid of him. But he was always a pretty good worker. It was just that debut killed it because allegedly when they did the rehearsal, the lower board wasn't on the wall, and then it broke for lunch, and somebody put a fucking board there that wasn't there.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But you know, going back to the Nightmare and all that, like I said, realistically, Nightmare should win. But since I'm in WWE mode, Nightmare should lose.
An interesting perspective.
Yeah, because if the match is in his hometown, he's gonna lose.
I'm just saying, you know, if he's like a big bad dude and he's got a gimmick name, that's pretty insurmountable.
Yeah.
Just from a promotional standpoint. If he was like 5'8" with a black hood and plain tights and they called him Nightmare, like he'd be jobbing. But if it was a WCW, it was a WCW Saturday Night or main event situation. But given the circumstances, I have to say Nightmare.
All right, we're in the top half. The better matches. Next one is Asuka, who asked for a Challenger's Challenge 2 weeks ago. What a Challenger's Challenge is if they call out the champion and they say, hey, if I beat you tonight at the next pay-per-view, I get to face you for that championship. And she won, so she gets a championship against Bianca Belair in an Extreme Rules match for the Galactic Divas belt.
No, that's actually a tough one. I'm actually gonna have to go with Asuka on this one, only due to the fact of her fighting background. I mean, Bianca Belair, we only know her for WWE, but you know, Asuka's been in quite a few places, especially in Japan. So she's got a decent fight history. So I'm gonna go with Asuka on this one.
I'm going a superficial reason. I'm going with Asuka because if it wasn't for Asuka, I never would even checked out NXT. I'm being prejudiced in that regard.
I'm gonna get Asuka. I'm gonna say that Belair is not ready for Asuka.
But is she ready for Kana?
Johnny, what do you got?
Wow, so honestly, I'm not really familiar with none of these two wrestlers.
Not even Asuka?
Huh?
Not even Asuka?
Well, she was in the AEW, wasn't she, back in the beginning? No?
She's been in WWE for like 5 years now.
Oh, WWE, okay. Well,
She
again,
was in NXT and moved up to WWE. I mean, moved up to the main roster. Then I got pissed off when she lost to what's her name at you know, wait, I'm not even going there. Let's go.
you know, it's been a long time since I, you know, watched the competition wrestling.
So worried.
I'm gonna go based on what you guys are saying because it sounds like Asuka's a much more like talented wrestler, so I'll just go with that.
I'm going to go with Asuka because I can't stand Bianca Belair's stupid clip-on braid.
Thank you.
Very simple reasons. Important reasons.
Match number 9. I'm going to try to do these a little bit faster for you guys just because I know some of y'all are probably getting tired. Dexter Loomis versus Edge in a no-holds-barred match for the World Championship.
Wait, Edge versus who now?
Dexter Loomis.
Or as I like to call him, Dexter Care Bear Stare Loomis.
My dog gives me the Care Bear stare. It's adorable.
And it's a no-hold-barred.
Yeah, Dexter Loomis does it. It looks like a creeper.
He does. And one of my friends says that they believe he has a porn stash.
Oh, God.
Yes.
I'm going to go
Yes,
for
he does.
Edge. Oh, wait. Is it younger Edge or current day older Edge?
It is current day Edge.
I'm
Like
choosing
right now,
Dexter.
Ed.
I'll still give it to
Dexter
Edge.
because he's a creeper.
Wait, what was, because I said Edge. What was your choice, one week?
I said Dexter just because he's a creeper.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I mean, modern day is versus. I don't know. I'm trying to think what actual semi-reason to use.
Oh, God. We got a visual here.
Yeah, I know. I'm just trying to think of a good actual reason.
He looks like
Yeah.
he looks like one of them, you know, I came here to clean the pool, man.
Yep.
I'm going with Edge. No, I'm with Dexter. I don't know. Okay, where's my coin at? I can't decide.
Panda, what do you got for us, Pep?
I don't know. I got Edge on this one because considering the stipulations and stuff, he's been through this before, so he's already kind of a veteran to it. So yeah, and Dexter, we haven't seen him pull this kind of match before, so yeah, I'm gonna go with Edge on this.
Okay. So heads for Edge, tails for Dexter. Oops.
DD,
Now-
go to my laboratory.
Now, if it was a staring contest, I don't know. Dexter's got to be.
Okay. Oh, it landed in my muffin tin. Oh no, my coin landed beside what's left of my muffin.
I finished mine like an hour ago.
So I eat very, very slowly.
Oh, me too. I just couldn't help it with that thing.
Oh my gosh. I can't see my coin. It's all muffined up.
You got your
I'm
coin
going
all
with Edge.
puffed up.
That muffin's gonna have a little extra crunch to it.
I'm going. You know what? I'm going with Edge. Only because I'm a little more familiar with Edge, so I'm going with Edge.
What do you think, Johnny?
And also, like William pointed out, he's actually done these kind of things before, and he's more experienced with it.
That makes sense. How about it, Johnny? What do you got?
I'm gonna go with the general consensus, and it's gonna beat Edge. Yeah, I think almost everybody voted for him. I'm slightly a little bit more familiar with him compared to
Dexter.
competitor.
Dexter porn stash.
Oh no. Yeah. So yeah, let's just go with the Edge.
I'm gonna
You're like
say
that. It's not Dexter Loomis. It's Dexter looming over you. That's what it is.
Oh God.
As long as he's not hiding right, I'm cool.
Edge because I think he's like a vegan or some shit, and apparently that gives you superpowers or something to hear them talk about it.
I mean, Scott Pilgrim versus the world, so.
That's my answer.
Match
Give it
number
to the
10.
filthy vegan.
Match number 10. I first of all, I have to apologize to everybody that has to watch this match or, vote on this match because it's going to be that bad. Originally, we had it scheduled for Bobby, the almighty Bobby Lashley versus Sin Cara. versus Sin Cara for a Falls Count Anywhere Hardcore Championship. However, unfortunately, my marketing team said it would be a good idea to include someone that wasn't in wrestling that might be a little popular. So it has now become, to my dislike, a triple threat match, including Machine Gun Kelly.
Bobby Lashley, Sin Cara, and Machine Gun Kelly.
You heard me correctly.
I'm gonna give it to Machine Gun Kelly. I can't stand Bobby Lashley.
By the way, Machine Gun Kelly, he's wrestled a couple of times, and let me tell you something. He is the highest high flyer I've ever seen in my life. Whenever he jumps off the turnbuckle, I swear he flies and hovers for about 10 seconds before he lands. I swear to God. And it is a miracle. However, the only match he's ever been in, he hit every single move. He was never reversed. He hit every single move and somehow still twisted his ankle and was out of competition for a week. And no one even hit him. So just some facts for you guys.
Well, okay,
yeah.
as long
He can float in the air for what feels like 10 seconds because he's probably all of 15 pounds, soaking wet, with buckshot in his pockets.
Well, as long as he's not like, I don't know why I like dogging on Hulk Hogan, but as long as he's not Hulk Hogan faking an injury from a tombstone that didn't hurt him at all. So,
Look, there were reasons he did that. There were reasons you got to protect your spot sometimes. It's just business. It's not personal. It's just business. There's a whole story behind that, but I don't want to get into it right now because now is not the time, but we can talk about that. But there was a reason. It was a petty reason, but it was a business-related reason. Just like, okay, just in brief, watch the Superfly Snuka match from WrestleMania 7, right? Then pretend you're Hulk Hogan and they're telling you that you're going to go on the road with this guy for 6 months and you're not really feeling it, right? And you need to find a way out of that situation before you get Jimmy Snookered because you're just trying to protect your spot, okay? So, okay, maybe you're going to do something like that. So instead of having to wrestle him for 6 months, you got to wrestle him 2 more times and then never again. Does it make sense if you're Hulk Hogan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. But that's the reason why that happened. I'm just saying.
I'm still gonna go with the ankle guy. I forgot his name temporarily.
Machine Gun Kelly.
Yeah, thank you, Machine Gun Kelly.
all right.
I kind of feel Sin Cara's gonna be the bump monkey of the match. So
Okay, I want to go with, okay, I'm being petty. Only reason I'm going Machine Gun Kelly because I just straight up don't like Bobby Lashley. I've never liked Bobby Lashley. If he were to disappear, I wouldn't disappear from the industry. I wouldn't care. Sin Cara,
also, so you didn't like him turning around and bending way over for the crowd?
no.
It was something for the ladies, you know.
I am a lady of culture, but not for Bobby Lashley. So anyway, and Sin Cara, I never cared for him because I'm being petty again. It's his personality with him. I just don't like him. I don't know. I want Machine Gun Kelly, and because I've just seen it as a joke match anyway, and I just think it'd be funny.
As much as I, didn't like him, I'm gonna have to go with Bobby Lashley because I really, really can't stand Machine Gun Kelly. And Sin Cara, depending on who Sin Cara is, which Sin Cara we're talking about, you can kind of take him or leave him, but he's pretty much a botched, undercooked, old school Rey Mysterio Jr. at this point. And let's face it, Bobby Lashley could use Machine Gun Kelly as a weapon to beat him. Not methodically, like literally just pick him up and use him like a little meth head tattooed baseball
like
bat.
the Scott Pilgrim game, right? You can pick up the guys and hit them with the other guy.
I mean, it would literally be beating a motherfucker with another motherfucker. That's just what would happen. So yeah, I'm gonna have to go.
River City Ransom. I'm sorry, that's just still on my mind for some reason.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Captain Creative Character Bobby Lashley, and the only reason why I call him that is if you were to take any WWE 2K game, just max the buff out and change the guy to a black guy at the beginning of the creative character, you've got Bobby Lashley. That's it.
Not wrong.
I
just realized that, but you're not wrong.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's so accurate.
Just buff him out, turn him brown, done. You made Bobby Lashley. Moveset and everything.
Yep.
Johnny.
Okay, so my thoughts. I'm gonna have to go with Bobby Lashley too, just because again, I'm at the same time I'm not really a big fan of Machine Gun Kelly, and I don't know, it's just like those.
It's like you have to throw a dart at a board at this point. Like I said, I don't like either one of them. So.
I honestly not crazy about this match, but if I were to choose, like it would probably be Bobby Lashley just because I don't give two shits about Machine Gun Kelly, to be honest. Like I don't see.
If you put a gun to the back of my head, I'd choose Bobby Lashley.
Oof. Well, I'm gonna go with Bobby Lashley because, well, first you were talking before about Machine Gun Kelly, getting high up there, and I'm saying he's always probably at least a little high, so it's probably not hard for him to get even more high. I'm pretty sure that's pretty much all he does is get more high. So anyway, we got Sin Cara. He's gonna. By the time he gets done with his little trampoline flip thing, he's going to, break both his legs, crumple to dust, and then that's the end of him. So then I'm going to say it's Bobby Lashley. He's going to hit his finish on Machine Gun Kelly. That's what I say. Yeah, that's my answer to that one.
I like the idea of Bobby Lashley using Sin Cara as a weapon against Machine Gun Kelly or vice versa.
Personally, back in the day, I didn't like Bobby Lashley. But I know he was called like the Almighty back then, but him actually like embracing it a lot, I actually like him a lot more now. So if I had to pick, that would be him. Next match, you guys won't know who two of these wrestlers are, but it's a triple threat match. Just simple as that. It's Omos, which is a wrestler, versus Glorilla. And why he's called Glorilla is it's a man in a gorilla suit, and it glows, and he uses that for his entrance and in the ring, versus the Pumpkin King, which is basically Ichabod Crane with a pumpkin head.
Okay, first off, Glorilla. Why? Because screw all the other guys. I don't even care who the third opponent is. Glow friggin' Rilla. It sells itself. It's done. It's over with. It's a glow-in-the-dark Donkey Kong. Let's do this. Game over.
It really is a glow-in-the-dark Donkey Kong.
Like, he doesn't even have to wrestle. Like, as soon as he gets to the ring, the referee just needs to slide across the floor, do a 3 count. Doesn't even matter if anybody's on the floor. Do a damn 3 count, hit the bell. That's it.
So who is the third person, though?
Almost, which is a wrestler, and Pumpkin King.
Yeah, I'll go with the Glorilla because the gimmick is just so crazy. Okay.
Sorry, I don't know if you noticed, and my face just lit up when you said when you described the gorilla. I was like,
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to go with that too.
I'm sorry. I mean, like you said, he's the glow in the dark Donkey Kong.
I mean,
No way about that.
exactly.
Hey, Poke, can I tell you something?
Wait.
Yeah.
I have a question.
This match sounds like this match sounds like a Play Fighters match. It sounds like the kind of characters they would create. Like if there was like a, I don't know, like a quote unquote Play Fighters, like a wrestling federation, that would have been their gimmick. That would have been like their type of wrestlers.
And you know what's funny? The lights will be on the whole time during the match, and somehow the Glorilla is so glowing. That's what the best part of it is. It's that neon.
It's funny how Johnny is the one to bring up Play Fighter since he's a big Play Fighter fan.
You know what? I don't even care about the match. That's just worth the price of admission alone.
No, I just want to. I have a question. What is the theme? What is his theme going down to the ring? I want to know that.
Like Samoa Joe's theme.
I'm sorry. If it's that Donkey Kong theme or some
the new Ring of Honor Samoa Joe thing is basically Donkey Kong, right? Dun, 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 at the beginning, right?
So I don't have one quite yet because I have a problem with my PlayStation connecting audio, unfortunately, just for entrances due to legal issues. But I will be getting a whole bunch of non-copyrighted music to place over some of the characters, including Glorilla. So if you guys have suggestions, I'm open to them.
The DK country version of Donkey Kong. I'm sorry. I'm just seeing.
I would do it too.
In my head, I am just picturing it in my mind. I glow in the dark, giant Donkey Kong, dressed like Samoa Joe, but still glowing, and with the Donkey Kong country theme playing as he's like banging his chest, going down to the ring.
That sounds like every raver kid's nightmare. Like, I'm here for it. Like, you should have started the card off with that. That would have got butts and chairs, man.
I would legit go to something like that.
That'd be like for the buy-in right there, the buy-in or the 0 hour. That's hey, where's my wallet for this pay-per-view?
Oh, you know,
Like, Bobby Lashley, Machine Gun Kelly, whatever. A glowing gorilla. Fuck it, let's go.
No. Here's the thing: with every ticket for admission, everybody gets a pair of free sunglasses.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hell yeah.
Hey, Rikki already got a pair.
Yeah, so
He's
I
already ready.
Okay, so I vote for Glorilla, and I think that his background music can be a mixed match from all like kind of like the 60s/70s style music, like in the background.
Ooh, yes.
And I like how there's Disco Inferno, you know, back in the WCW day, they had all that disco type music in the background. Like I'm thinking Glorilla can do some of that. I don't know, maybe some ABBA.
Have Glorilla
Dancing Queen for a gorilla? Dancing Queen for a gorilla.
I don't know. Considering he's glowing neon like a glow stick, I put like Darude Sandstorm or something like that in there. Because I'm sorry, that'd be something you definitely run into at a raver party. Just some dude in a fluorescent gorilla suit. Like,
I've only been to a rave once in my life.
That's like the fuck did it put in my beer, dude? Like,
yeah, exactly. That's that thing you see walking by. You're just like,
what's the name? What's the name? The old 60s singer that they used to sing the Being Alive song.
I'm sorry, what you said?
Right?
I'm sorry, repeat that, please.
I think the Bee Gees would be perfect. Like any song from the Bee Gees would be perfect for the Glorilla wrestling entrance.
But later Bee Gees, like maybe mid-70s up Bee Gees, not like early folk music sounding Bee Gees. Like 60s Bee Gees, I would go with 70s Bee Gees.
I don't know, in the era when they were singing the Staying Alive song.
70s, 77.
Yeah. Because
Give or take right about that time, I think. 77 or 78, but I'm pretty sure it's 77.
Yeah.
I think William just like, I don't know.
That just broke me because I'm just having this is thought in my mind of a fluorescent gorilla just strutting to the stage, the Bee Gees staying alive. I'm done. I'm done.
Night fever, because you know it's on Target. Get the night fever, night fever.
Oh God, that's worse.
I would have said fucking Donkey Kong rap, but that was I don't
From
know.
DK64.
Yeah.
DK. Donkey Kong. He's the leader of the bunch. You know him well. He's
I was-
the kicks the table. The coconut butter fire is first if he shoots ya.
Oh,
It's
man.
gonna hurt.
This is
You did not let me
the
down.
nostalgic episode ever here. We're all
I had the
at the
soundtrack.
time.
I have the soundtrack to DK64. So
That was incredible. That was incredible.
Who did you go for, Rox?
I said the fucking gorilla. 'Cause how do you not? I was a big fan of I was a big fan of Bob Burns, who used to do the gorilla shit back in the day. Like he was on the original Filmation Ghostbusters live action.
Oh, yeah.
You know, he played Tracy, or you know, he did a lot of the gorilla shit back in the day. So that's always kind of fun to watch. I don't see how the fucking gorilla doesn't go over. I mean, almost is almost. You want to say almost, but I mean, on the other hand, the gorilla's a gorilla.
So next match, Mr. Polk. While we
All right, so that match is supposed to be like a breather match before our two biggest matches of the night. This one is for the vacant trios title. It is the Blackpool Combat Club, which is the tag team of Daniel Bryan, William Regal, and Dean Ambrose
Young Regal.
versus what?
Young Regal.
Today Regal versus the Judgment Day, which is Damian Priest, Tommaso Ciampa, and Demon Finn Balor.
Ooh.
Oh.
So wait a minute. When you said Dean Ambrose, are you talking John Moxley or are you talking Dean Ambrose?
Moxley.
Moxley.
okay, so make out in the ring, Moxley. Gotcha.
I mean, it's tough because I think their weak spot's gonna be
Wait. Are you talking about AEW or WWE?
AEW because the what do you call it?
Okay, let me clarify then. No, Dean Ambrose.
Okay.
Yeah,
well,
I'm
he's
gonna-
your-
I'm gonna give it to the other team then, because you got
Mm,
an old William Regal a modern day William Regal that we don't know if he can still go at like he used to, and Dean Ambrose instead of Moxley. So I'm gonna give it to the other guys. I'm gonna give it to Judgment.
yeah.
Because Demon Finn Balor and Tommaso Ciampa. Damn, Tommaso Ciampa's a fucking beast, yo. He's a crazy old guy. That's the old guy you don't want to fuck with in a bar fight. Like,
See, you got me with the other team when you said Demon Finn Balor. You got me just for that.
Yeah, I gotta agree. As soon as you said Demon Finn Balor, that was pretty much game over. And now that you've clarified it's Dean Ambrose, if it was Moxley, the Combat Club would have a bit more of a chance. But let's face it, Dean Ambrose is like the Super Nintendo Mortal Kombat of wrestling. It's like, yeah, you want him to get violent. You know what you really want, but you're not going to get all of it. I mean,
He was
let's just
held
be
back
real.
a little bit.
It's going to be watered down and held back. So the only thing that they got saving them is Daniel Bryan. Yeah, Finn Balor would like spit roast him as a demon. So yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Finn Balor and his crew on this one.
All right. So again, what's your two teams again? Which
In the
are
back,
Daniel-
well, you go. But explain.
So it is the Blackpool Combat Club, which is Daniel Bryan, William Regal, and Dean Ambrose, versus the Judgment Day, Damian Priest, Tommaso Ciampa, and Demon Finn Balor.
I'll go with the Judgment Day.
I mean, to be honest with you, I don't really care. I saw a Glorilla. I can go home now.
Well, I hope
The
you both
Gorilla's
fucking
highlight.
hit my feds.
Gorilla is the main event in your mind.
The funny part is there was this, and it was weird because WWE again, they're like, I don't get it, you know. There was this long segment where they had, I guess, babyface Balor, and he was like just not the demon anymore for the longest time. And that was
Yep.
the time that my brother jumped on WWE because he didn't really watch it that much, but whenever I visit, I'll go watch the pay-per-views. So after seeing Finn Balor, you know, regular one for so long, and you know how they always do it, like it's a pay-per-view match, so I'll be demon for this one. So he appears, my brother's like, what the? Why is he like that? What the fuck? Because he missed out on the original, you know.
Well, I'm going to go with Judgment Day because I worked with Damian Priest at the Monster Factory when he was Punishment Martinez, and we always got along.
Oh, that's the Punishment yeah, from Ring of Honor, Punishment Martinez. I remember.
Yeah, we were in a couple battle royals together and a couple skirmishes, like, you know, when everybody runs in after the match to fucking throw hands and shit.
Yeah.
I remember, like, we did one time, and I never knew if I was a face or a heel because every time I went there, it'd be different. I'd go there every 2 weeks, and I'd be a baby face on one show, and then the next show, he'd be like, I need you to be a heel. So we did the run-in at the end of the show, and I forget which side I'm on, and I just start throwing fucking hands, and I end up I turn, and I fucking lay into him with a fucking uppercut, and he fucking hits me back, and me and him are fucking, you know, going punch for punch. He's like, as we're throwing hands, he's like, are you a heel or babyface? I'm like, I don't fucking remember. So he just, so we just fucking, you know, we hit each other, we push off, and then we start fucking slugging other people just to fucking, the point was just to get the angle over.
Oh man.
But oh man, yeah, me and him, we go back to like 2015, man, and he was always good. He was always good. He just
He was a Roman Reigns
He-
clone.
he didn't have I don't want to say he didn't have eyes on him because he did. He had eyes on him even back in 2015. It's just because I was at the Gerald Briscoe seminar at the Monster Factory. I think it was that year, 15 or 16. It was one of those years. So it was the Gerald Briscoe seminar. Blue Meanie was one of the judges of it. Janela was there. A lot of guys were there. And he was there. And I remember at the time, like, they said he wasn't big enough, which I thought was stupid because they liked everything else about him. You know, like everybody, even backstage, everybody was talking, and they were like, well, if Briscoe and WWE are going to have their eyes on anybody, it's going to be Martinez because he had it all already. He had the look, he had the movements, the mannerisms, he had all of it. He didn't have exactly what he has now with the poses and the whole persona, but the stuff he's doing, he already had basically down already because it wasn't his first time around, right? He'd been around for a while. So, yeah, I was a little confused it took them so long to pull the trigger and bring him in and bring him up because it seemed like he already had everything that they were looking for. But, you know, they did eventually, so good for him. But, so yeah, him and Riddle were two guys that I always got along with really great at the factory. So in any scenario, those two guys I'm forever going to be on their side just because. So that's just the way that goes. I'm proud to know those guys. I'm happy to say.
All right, did everyone say their Pete? Did you already? Yeah, I think you already said yours too, right, Wendy? I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
I
were
guys are
around
ready
that.
for the big event, right?
Yeah, Gorilla.
Now there's one last match, the main event of the night. It's just a 1v1 for the World Heavyweight Championship. The current holder, Andre the Giant,
How the? Is this
versus
is this like a walk?
the most electrifying man, The Rock.
Okay. Question. No, I got a question.
The Giant or after post WrestleMania 3 under the Giant?
No, that's what I want to know. Are we doing like early Andre, like 70s Andre, like 1970s Andre, wrestling era Andre?
I'll put it this way. Fit Andre.
Huh?
Fit Andre. Like, able to wrestle for Andre.
Can it be Salty Andre? Can it be Salty Andre?
I'm going with Andre, man. I mean, I know The Rock's gonna blah 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 and all his whatever, but I mean, Andre's not gonna pay with that shit. You'll just beat him up. You got fucking The Rock doing the eyebrows.
Oh,
and whatever.
One thing before everybody votes. This was another one of those Challengers Challenge matches. The Rock said, if I beat you, this was last week in a match, I get to face you next week for your heavyweight championship. Andre accepted thinking he wouldn't lose, and he lost last week. And that's how he got this match.
And this is payback. I'm still going to say Andre's going to win, man. I mean, I think The Rock's going to be doing all his shit, and Andre's just going to be like, the fuck is this guy? And just bash, and that'd be it.
Honestly, that's what happened last week. Like, The Rock had to, like, really work him for a good, like, 20, 30 minutes before he could, get him pinned. He couldn't do any, he didn't even rock bottom him. I believe he won by submission, by doing, like, an ankle lock on his ankle, on Andre's ankle. He finally got him down and got him into submissions, so.
So it's wait, so what are the stipulations of the match again? I mean, like,
just 1v1.
Oh. Okay, so yeah, you know what, actually, since you said that it's like Fit Andre, so I'm just thinking about like his earlier matches that he used to have, even going up against like, some of his matches in Japan and stuff that I've seen. I'm gonna go with Andre for this because Fit Andre was actually pretty good in the ring. And he has the size and everything, on him too. So maybe Rock can't pin him. Like you say, he can only get him into a submission. So if Andre can avoid submissions, avoid being, getting into positions, I think he can win. So I'm going with Andre.
I'm good.
Or if he's always near a rope.
Believe it or not, I'm gonna have to play devil's advocate on this one. So I'm gonna have to go with The Rock because even when as fit as Andre was, Andre always had a bad left knee. Even when he was a kid, he had a bad left knee. So if The Rock attacks at a constant, again, just like Kevin Owens would, and then goes and does his sharpshooter, that might be GG for. So I'm actually gonna go with Dwayne Johnson on this one. Because let's face it, Dwayne's not exactly he's not a skinny boy. He's definitely no Machine Gun Kelly. So, I mean, he can actually do some damage to the guy.
Well, like I said, just as long as Andre avoid getting into positions where he could end up in a submission position, he could definitely have that advantage. But I see where you're coming from, too, on that one.
What do you think, Johnny?
I'm going to go with the iconic Andre the Giant. I mean, I think if he's able to kind of avoid getting hit too much in that bad knee, I think he still has a shot to definitely overpower The Rock. I mean, of course, The Rock is a very good talented wrestler. But again, it's Andre the Giant we're talking about. We're talking about a big powerhouse. So, yeah, that's roots for Andre the Giant.
Now, here's a question I could ask now. So, as far as story goes, he's winning if he wins the belt back and it's just a week later. Do you think that's good storytelling? if Andre were to win this match.
I mean, fends off The Rock, one of the most, iconic, we don't really, go off of like WWE, stories exactly, but they still have that history. What I'm saying, they still have that history. So like they, he's quote wrestled in WWE. So like, obviously everyone's going to be looking at Andre like, okay, who can stop you now? If you're taking out The Rock, and he's taking, and like I think he has not lost at all yet to anybody besides The Rock in that Challengers Challenge. So if he beats The Rock, that could mean some, big things in the face of the company, maybe some fright into some future competitors.
Well, I'm going to say Andre because it's Andre, essentially. Andre in his prime went over everybody, except very selectively, so there's that. And I want to allow for the possibility of zombie Andre, and in that scenario, it's definitely him going over. So either way, I don't see how Andre doesn't go over. So that's my answer to that.
And that is all the matches I got for y'all.
I like that the show is going to end with zombie Andre the Giant holding the championship. That's how I'd put it.
Then he tag teams with Glorilla for future events.
I've thought about it, to be 100% honest.
I want Glorilla versus Gorilla Monsoon.
Oh,
yes.
Oh, man. Now, Andre didn't have a theme song, right? Back then, I don't think he ever had any, right?
No, they give him one in video games, but
That's always confused me, because the video games would. I'm like, wait a minute, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Yeah. So I guess wrapped up for this episode. I'm not sure if anyone has any closing statements or things to wrap it up on either wrestling or Double Dragon or anything like that.
Well, we said a lot. I don't know if we said it all, but we definitely tried to. I mean, we went over just about everything. I think we did it well. I think we pretty much left it all out on the table on this one, man.
Yeah.
Well, I would like to say, I'm glad that I learned I'm glad I learned some more history about Double Dragon and never, just thinking back on how much it influenced the gaming industry. The games that came later, I never really just put it together until, it got brought up. I'm glad I finally saw the movie. It was awful in its own way, but it was funny. It's rippable.
If I find it in the bargain bin, I'm buying it still. I mean, it's not that bad. I mean, I would buy that. I would never, ever buy fucking Mortal Kombat Armageddon, though. Fuck that shit. I would buy, and it's so hard, though, because sometimes they sell the compilations where it's like 2 movies. I'm like, no. I'll try to find a copy that's just Mortal Kombat 1 alone without that one. But Double Dragon, Fighter, just for the Raul Julia cheese.
If I ever get to hang out with you guys, like, right in person, and you have the movie, let us watch it and make a drinking game out of it. We'll find something. We can make a drinking game
Dragon movie?
Yeah. I don't know what
drink every time they do the thing.
Then we'd have alcohol poisoning.
Yeah, but see, I wouldn't use. See, I don't use alcohol for stuff like that. I would just do a regular drink of something because I value my life.
About the Dragon Ball. I mean, Dragon Ball's just as bad.
Rock the Dragon, man.
But I mean, Double Dragon, my bad. But the Double Dragon movie, the funny thing is that over there in Mexico, me and my brother, they would play that movie every fucking year on a cable channel.
Oh.
Every fucking year.
Good God.
No, I think almost like every fucking month, and they keep playing it over and over again, and I'm like, why did they keep playing this shit all the time?
That feels like me when I was younger, and they seem to always show Howard the Duck.
See, with me, it was that Sidekicks movie with Chuck Norris I've seen 100 times.
I remember there was a time they would also constantly play Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey over and over, but I mean, at least it wasn't as bad. But yeah, no Dragon one. Yeah. We had like two random movie channels that would vary between American movies or just foreign movies, because I guess when you're in Mexico, they're all foreign movies, you know what I mean? But it got subtitles. And yeah, one of them would have the bad habit that almost every whenever, same movie. Like, dude.
It's the same movie. And they play it so much times that you probably remember the yellow Spanish subtitles by now.
Yeah. Oh, for Rikki Roxx, sometimes around 1, 2 in the morning, they would play more mature movies with more interesting scenes, which are foreign movies, you know. They would also play those over and over.
That is interesting. That is interesting.
Only for the most cultured of gentlemen, of course.
Viva la Mexico.
Yep.
Yeah, we get it here late at night. It would be scrambled, so you're looking at it going, "What is that?
Oh,
Boom? No,
scrambled
that's
Cinemax?
a ficus. Wait a minute."
Cinemax.
Yeah.
No, man.
Wow.
I used to work at a cable thing, and the customers would call it Skinemax.
Now, I don't know how it is nowadays, like in Mexico, but like back then in that time period, they don't really do TV ratings. Like they're like, fuck that shit. We don't do that shit. They're just gonna put the movies like how it is, you know?
Respectable.
Yeah, they never censored none of that stuff, and we had Dragon Ball in prime time with all the, you know, blood and guts, and Saint Seiya is probably 10 times bloodier than Dragon Ball.
Culturally speaking, though, when they do dubs, though, they do censor the cuss words, so they're going to kind of replace it with other words. So you can tell that they're saying something bad, but they're not going to say the actual word. I mean, get what I'm saying.
Yeah. But even then, like words like damn you bastard, those are still like too strong for American cartoons or whatever. So you would still, you know, XYZ character dies, Goku will still say, damn you, you know, like they don't censor that.
Enough.
No, but I mean in movies. But I mean in movies.
It's tired of these monkey fighting snakes on this Monday to Friday plane.
Oh God.
Oh my God. So yeah, guys, he wraps it up here before we all lose our brain cells. And I don't know, I think I'll probably put this wrestling part first before to just make sure it's up on time before, you know, the actual event on Twitch. And of course, Poke, give me the link later so I could advertise it and all that. But yeah, this is Mark Rodriguez here from the Fighting Podcast. And it's America's #2 cure for insomnia, available on Odyssey. I guess the wrestling portion will also be on YouTube, Spotify, Amazon, and Samsung, and Listencast. I gotta see what that's called. If you guys are from Listencast, post in the comments below if you have that, because I've never heard of that. But yeah, signing off here. And
in Japan in 1980, gorillas are the shit. I'm out.
This is Johnny Rodriguez signing off.
Well, nobody could follow that, but I guess I will. Thanks once again for having me. This has been God of Thunder, Lord of Rock and Roll, Rikki Roxx, coming at you on the Fighting Podcast, talking about Double Dragon. Great to be here. Thanks so much for having me. It's been educational. It's been informative. It's been a lot of fun. Looking forward to coming back next time. Do we have any ideas what next time is going to be? Like, what are we doing next?
I don't know. Any other, what's good ideas, guys, so we could kind of shoot real quick?
Wheel of Fortune for the NES.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, wow.
That probably won't be enough for a full episode, but
that would be enough for 3 episodes, you motherfucker.
Oh, God.
Okay. Okay, how about this? I'm sorry, you just cut me off right now. I just going back to the Double Dragon thing. How about this talking about the breakup of Madonna and Tom Arnold, and Madonna leaving and going to Paris because she wants to be alone? I'm sorry, I just had to bring that up. I have no Ashley. I have nothing to contribute.
Well,
I apologize wholeheartedly.
Why don't we do one on all those Byogi cards? Because I don't know about like individual episodes, but one on all those cartoons, the Marvel Super Show, Captain N, Mario 3.
Oh, that's interesting.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, let's just do it on 80s and 90s cartoons.
Yeah, we do that.
We do that.
Yeah.
Man.
You got to have goals, people. That's why I ask, because when you wake up in the morning and you don't have a goal, nothing gets done. So that's why I asked the question. But anyway, thanks so much for having me. We're out of here like last year, baby. This has been the Fighting Podcast. Thanks so much, guys. It's been a blast. Take us home, baby.
Well,
okay, I'm going to go back to Hollow Live now.
Thank you all for having me. This is Poke signing off with Panda Wrestling Federation. And, of course, all of you. Thank you all again for having me. Thank you, and listen more.